I attended 2 meetings last Thursday, one on the Roxbury project, which is coming to a conclusion. There are 5 units that still need to be completed, and as I walk by them today, I think they're on their way. I would say by the 1st of June, all the paperwork will be done in town, and the state will be out here to inspect and do all that stuff probably by the 1st of June?
End of May, 1st of June.
Into May, and that project will be over with. I attended the other meeting that's very, very dear to my heart, the intergovernmental meeting, and we're dealing with, we're asking basically the Sheltered Workshop if they need help doing anything. Because if you people don't know very well, I spent 48 years teaching that population. It's very, very dear to me. And if I have to repeat it again, I will. It's very, very dear to me. I'm willing to do anything I can to help the Sheltered Workshop get back online. They have to understand right now that recycling is dying in the United States. It's really dying in Virginia. There's no place to put anything except in the ocean, and that's not going over very well. So we're going to try to help as much as we can. Any help that they'll take will be good. We'll see how it goes. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Mr. Allen, thank you. People from the Sonic, thank you. We have issues. We definitely do have issues. But I think the best way to work through issues is to people talk about them and take care of them. And please understand, I have no problem telling anybody anything that I think. It won't be from up here, it might be as a person. We have to learn to get along in this community. We have to learn to get along. And I think we do, most of the time. Instead of pointing fingers, I think we should be more adhered to helping each other. That's about it. I don't want to get going. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here tonight. I want to mention Ray Allen. I want to tell you I appreciate everything you've done, your involvement with, especially with the STARS program. I know that is a big thing, and a lot of people in the community really appreciate that and your involvement with the Virginia Opry and Apple Folks of America in general. Tammy, for being here tonight, presenting that information regarding that project, the loneliness project. I can understand the issue on that, and things go a lot deeper in that. But that is something I've read quite a bit about here lately, particularly. Hopefully we can do something. And Jeff Moore for presenting his information. I appreciate the idea. I think adopting a road is a great idea. I've lived in a lot of communities where various groups did adopt areas and kept them picked up and clean, and it's good for the community. It's good physical activity too. And of course the Con of the Mountains, that was a great program when I was here. It's just going to take some people who can organize such things. I don't think we have anything against the program here in our town. And John, thank you again for coming and making your comments. The gears of government don't move rapidly anyplace, so whatever happens in the future will take a while to get accomplished, I'm sure. But I know we do look at our code enforcement people do look at some of these cluttered up places, and unfortunately you have to go through legal systems in order to change a lot of things and correct a lot of things when the initial processes fail to work. But I know that is a pet peeve of mine, to see a lot of blight and a lot of bad looking structures, dangerous looking structures. So I understand your feeling on that wholeheartedly. Thank you. Mr. Goins?
Since last time I attended a meeting here, I've been to 2 meetings. One was the Economic Development Authority in Clifton Forge. As you know, Carl Brinkley was the former president of the EDA, and we had election of officers, and I was elected to be the new chairman of the committee. Another committee that I went to was the CED, that's basically in the Roanoke Valley, Botetourt, and Allegheny. Community Economic Development, I think is what it stands for. And this has struck me as an organization that basically tries to find money for the various projects that are going on in the area. It was interesting that they had a number of projects that were in Clifton Forge that I was familiar with, some of which are completed, some have been abandoned, and hopefully some new ones will start up. And also Allegheny County, and we got to meet a lot of people that are from the Roanoke Valley area, and that was good. I certainly appreciate your concern about Church Street. I was thinking the exact same thing today. For those who don't know, I walk a lot through the towns of Clifton Forge. I walk 5-6 miles every day, and one of the streets that I walk a lot on is Church Street, coming back to the library, where I get my wife to pick me up so I don't have to go up the hill. But anyway, yeah, I was thinking the same thing about Church Street. That I think should be probably a major emphasis for this town to help clean up.
Or at least I would even like to have stop signs, because they use that as a raceway instead of Main Street, because there's no stop signs from the library to all the way to the end. They just race down there, because if they get on the main road, there's a traffic light, or there's a couple traffic lights.
So I appreciate your comments about that. That's all.
Vice Mayor.
Thank you guys all for being here tonight. I appreciate seeing all of you out there. I just wanted to recognize Minister Ray as a new organizer for the St. Joseph University students. So I think you did a wonderful job. And I understand that you guys got all the projects done that you had set out to do for the first time. So that's a really good thing. I recognize Joan Vanderstahl from the Board of Supervisors. Thank you for being here. I thank you guys for bringing your presentations. Mr. Allen, Ms. Krantz, and your daughter. I didn't get her name. But thank you all for being here. I'm learning a lot more about the Alpha folks. So thank you for your presentation. Ms. Duncan Scruggs and Mr. Jeff Stern, I thank you guys for your presentation on the Loneliness Project. It sounds very interesting. And Mr. Moore, Adopt a Road and the signs, bringing the JCs back to Clifton Forge. I guess we'll be glad to bring anybody back to Clifton Forge who wants to be here in Clifton Forge. And also I want to recognize that the east end of Clifton Forge is coming back to life up there with Robbie Barber purchasing the property on this side, and then Mr. Reed on the C Street property. So the businesses are coming back throughout the entire downtown, so I'm very happy that. And Mr. Moser, I'm sorry you still having water problems. And I've heard your complaints before you got here tonight. So thank you for coming and sharing them with the entire council. And we'll do what we can to help you. Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. Ray, thank you for what you do for Apple folks. Tammy, thank you. And Jeff Moore, thank you for what you did. And you called me on the signs about the deer, and I'll give you the Darlene and Public Works signs. And I'm glad to have them up there, because them deer like to jump up that way. John, I know we've been through this a couple times on your problem. Hopefully we can find a way to solve it. We'll just keep checking, and the code enforcer, I guarantee he'll be by on the house on Church Street to check it out.
Well, there's a couple, not just one.
You know.
I'd like to recognize the school superintendent, Mr. Katalka, in the audience. Thank you for coming up.
Sorry, I missed you.
I'd like to thank everyone knows we had a shooting in Orangate, and I'd like to thank the police department of all localities for what they did and put their life on the line. And I'd just like to thank each and every one of them. That's all I have.